Hey there fellow Nintendo fans, or cats stuck on YouTube autoplay. I'm Harvey Hammerhead, and we're in a very strange time for Pokemon right now. Pokemon Sword and Shield look absolutely wonderful right now, with the open wild area and the gorgeous take on Pokemon in HD. But there's one very large shadow looming over the all-around good nature of Pokemon right now. It's Pokemon. The worst part about Pokemon right now is Pokemon, or the lack of Pokemon rather. The guys at the Pokemon Company have confirmed that not all Pokemon from previous games will be transferable. This means a lot of Pokemon will just not be in the game, absent, stuck in previous generations. This is a bad thing, a very, very bad thing, but I have a solution in mind for how they could fix it. All this and more at 11. Now, before we go head on into fixing this, let's talk about the problem. Not all Pokemon are transferable. What does it mean? Well, a while back, we had a Pokemon press conference where they announced Pokemon Home, basically a smartphone successor to Pokemon Bank. It would hold your Pokemon so you could transfer them to future Pokemon games. It's a paid service, which seems a little scummy because previous Pokemon transferring up to Gen 5 was all free, but that's a discussion for another day. With the announcement of Pokemon Home, people kind of figured that this meant you could transfer all your old Pokemon to Sword and Shield without hangups, but that isn't the case.
And so what that means for Pokemon Sword and Shield is that players will be able to transfer their Pokemon from Pokemon Home only if they appear in the Galar region Pokedex.
Yep, that's right. You can only transfer Pokemon if they're in the Galar region Pokedex. That means that hundreds of Pokemon will just be out of luck. Now, I know a lot of commenters might say, just delay the game. If I can't have my Soul Rock, it's not worth it. But let me play devil's advocate for a bit. Delaying the game would not be a good idea right now. With all the hype they've created over a release date, having a game delayed would not be good PR. Another solution I've seen on the internet, overworking the staff, also wouldn't work. A healthy work environment is very important for game developing, and making the staff work long hours just to please a few fans would not be good. So this leaves us in a difficult situation. How do we add these Pokemon to the game without delays or overworking? I suggest we pull a Splatoon. Release the base game without all those extra Pokemon. You can't get out of this without disappointing some people. But, before release, announce that every month after the game's release, you'll be adding 20 to 50 new Pokemon that can be transferred, and make it so you can find some of those Pokemon in the wild area during that month. Make a big deal out of it. Post the list of new Pokemon being added each month so fans can check and see if their favorite's getting its time in the spotlight. This will not only fix the problem of the game not having every Pokemon, but will also keep people coming back to the game, even after they've beaten it. It increases replayability with each month, just getting to see all those new old Pokemon they've added. And, after about a year or so, they'll have added every Pokemon into Sword and Shield. The best part is, once they've got those HD models, they can use them for every other future Pokemon game on Switch. Heck, maybe even the Switch's successor. Graphical leaps aren't huge, and I'm sure if they change some of the textures and shaders, these models could be used for a very long time. If they could just get these models, I'm sure we wouldn't have this problem again. At least, not for a long time if they play their cards right. And so, that's my solution for the issue of transferring Pokemon in Sword and Shield. This might not play out exactly how I envision, but it's a reasonable solution that I hope the Pokemon Company goes through with. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back to catching them all.